Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fort Ligonier. How is everyone? Woo! Oh, come on, you can do better than that. How is everybody? Thank you so much for joining us, because what we're going to be showing you now is a historical demonstration of what occurred on October 12, 1758. General Ford was moving his army of over 6,000 to attack Fort Duquesne, and realizing as he went along he had to build forts and a road. And those forts were meant to protect his force and essentially be able to move supplies as he went along. Now, as this massive army moved to attack Fort Duquesne, the French were also realizing that they were going to need to act to try and stop General Ford, mainly to be able to keep him here for the winter. So what they did was organize a raiding party under Charles Philippe Aubry that came from Fort Duquesne with their French and native allies. And on October 12th, they came down from the nearby hillside right across from Route 30, and they attacked the grass guards, or the cattle protectors that were over there. James Byrd, who was in charge of the force that was here, wrote that 12 guns opened up to the south. Those grass guards responded, but realized in this raiding party they needed some reinforcements.
I'm going back to a crouch. Me too.
Byrd sent out some reinforcements to help those grass guards, but they also realized that this raiding party was actually much larger than they initially expected or initially saw. Utilizing those reinforcements, Byrd expected to hopefully surround the enemy, but since he decided that he would actually have to pull back his force and move into the fort. And of course, the constructions of these fortifications would allow his force that he would not have to go and necessarily outmaneuver the enemy on the field, but instead would be able to utilize the safety of the wall. You can see now from the provincial forces that are using that outside wall to be able to fire down against the enemy.
Where's our friend? There?
Look, see them coming?
Now, for all of you experiencing this, it was actually a very rainy day on October 12th, so you did a great job with the historical accuracy. So you can imagine what the sound. The bird is
Nobody's falling down on either side. Nope.
into the safety of the fort. And more of the French have arrived with their allies. You see the Marines within the blue coats, the white coats with the blue facings.
The red team's the British, so they're the French.
You can hear that those British forces are also pulling on some of their regular reinforcements.
I think they're kind of...
Ford's force was made up of provincials, meaning colonial troops, Virginians, Pennsylvanians, Marylanders, Carolinians as well, but also Highlanders from Scotland, 60 French, marching out of the fort now to defend the wall.
Check them out. They're retreating. Where I want my
We're trying.
The French are pulling back a little bit, realizing that French remained, even after many of the forces had been pulled back inside the fort. They utilized the artillery to keep them at bay and eventually push them back.
See the Indians way up there?
12-pounder opened up. You can also hear this firing happening as it's all around you. All about the fort, not just down to the south, but now up to the top part. Explore a little bit later.
Some more French.
Colonel Henry, the second in command, was not here when this attack occurred, but he could hear the artillery was being fired throughout the action that occurred. And he believed that by hearing the music, as they called it, of the great guns, that they had brought much devastation.
You're okay.
Bert was unsure of the force that was facing the number of the city. But when they were able to send out troops and find them the French party, Colonel Henry was able to arrive at the Post Royal and Fort Lee. Now instead, there were 4 French reported dead, whereas the British had taken roughly 60 casualties. But it was because of this attack, this raid, other information, he actually decided to stay for firing on the wall. Firing ball. And if you have found yourself in the fort on the night of October 12th, you would have continued.
Well, here.
So you noticed originally when the French came, they were leapfrogging, but also a little bit blind, firing in volleys. When the French
You're fine.
returned,
You're-
they believed
you're fine.
they had essentially done their job. Come back and force it. Believed the raid had been successful. There would be a a month later, involved the life Colonel George Washington of the Virginia Provincials, where he was involved in a friendly fire incident. The French had come back a month later. Same thing as what you're seeing that occurred on October 12th. But 6,000 had arrived, and they sent out troops to the field. And two groups of Virginians, both that they were the French enemy, actually mistook each other and began to fire upon each other. Washington wrote that he ran the road down the line, knocking at muscle. Putting his life in the most jeopardy than ever before. I did find three French stragglers. French revealed that Fort Duquesne was actually there to lead. So yes, this raid that you're seeing a representation of, even though initially it seemed to be successful, would be that information later on, just a month later, ultimately we've got to do it of Fort Duquesne. General Forbes, rather than saying there's the winner, would decide to advance on Fort Duquesne. The French realize this is not hold back.
I don't know. Who's the captain? He's a leading officer. He's a leading officer.
Yeah.
Fire to the enemy, protected by a wall. Now this is the entire purpose. Here's the French dispersing, pulling back, feeling the intensity of those British regulars, Scottish regulars. Note the bagpipes being played.
No, there's too many people. We're almost done.
Wow.
Don't clap. I feel like everyone's.
Let's watch from there, buddy.
The red team of the building.
But they
The French are retreating. See, they're retreating? And the Italians swoop in.
And the French realizing now that the enemy is just going to fire at
The
them,
French are retreating.
just remove themselves from the area. And they're not going to take the fort as it was never intended. Pulled back. And those regular forces
Bottle opener.
All the fort.
They did it. They scared them off. Huh?
Retreating in waves and themselves as they retreat away from the coast of Royal Hannah. And as they go, they're probably taking those horses and cattle with them.
They're turning towards us. Quick. Look at their faces.
And as those British forces have been able to hold the fort for you, let's give these interpreters a round of applause. Yes, folks, on October 12th, 1758, raped by the French. They did remove themselves, the British were able to hold the fort. But eventually, due to that friendly fire incident in November, General Ford was able to get that vital information that would then allow the fort to fall, the French to burn it to the ground. He would arrive, and they would eventually construct Fort Pitt, which is how you get Pittsburgh today. So again, folks, let's give them a round of applause as we commemorate this history and thinking about the amazing things that happen right underneath your feet today. So folks, just for safety, we're going to keep you right behind the rope lines for the time being so we can police the field, but just give us a second for the Army to pass by to the fort, and for those who would like to go up, you'll just be able to march right behind the Army on the way back up to the fortification. And again, we want to thank you all for being here this weekend. Thank you so much for joining us at Fort Ligonier, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
So we're staying behind this.
Yeah.
It's like a dog leash. That's right. They protect the wall.
We can go over there. That's so
Let's have a cheer for the good guy!
Again, so just give us a moment to open the rope line.
from Bybee underneath. I don't know what it's going to be, but
Maybe some people.